Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're looking at this video at, where you're at in the country or in the world, right? So remember, how you think is how you live. This is Robert Dunbar with Training by Dunbar. If you're looking at this video on my website, thank you for plugging into my website. If you're on YouTube, thank you for being on my YouTube channel. And I would encourage you to visit my website at trainingbydunbar.com to get more information on what it is we do and how we can help you guys. Always link up with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those different places. You can find us by going to Training by Dunbar. So I'm doing just a quick little lead in because I'm going to be doing a full training on this. But I want to talk about this a little bit just to kind of promote it a little bit, that I will be releasing a training video on this. But I want to talk about the difference between servant leadership and guidance, right? Servant leadership and guidance. And the reason why those two things are important is because you can actually have both of those acting in the same place, but you have to know the difference in why you're doing them. So I've spent about a decade in network marketing. And in network marketing, I'm using network marketing as an example because in network marketing, you can actually use both. You can actually be using guidance and you could be using servant leadership. So I'm gonna give you a few examples so that you know the difference. So in network marketing, a lot of times if you're a leader and you have an organization, you have a team, you've got a following, some people who work with you to build a business within the network marketing space, you will find that there will be times that you need to do a private business reception. You need to go to their home and present for those people on your team. Or you may put together a Zoominar, right, which is a Zoom webinar, and have the people on your team plug into that Zoom so that they can invite people and you do a presentation for them. You don't charge them to do that presentation because those people are on your team. They're in your organization. So because they're in your organization and on your team, you don't really charge them because in the network marketing space, you're being paid in an override to do that for them, right? So we would consider that to be servant leadership because you're leading a team, you're leading an organization, and you're doing three-way calls at no cost because you get compensated through override. You're doing a private business reception for that person in their home or at a hotel because that person is on your team and you're compensated through an override, right? You may be a presenter in that marketplace and say, well, bring these people to this hotel room and I'll do a presentation on our services and the opportunity for that person to work from home. And when you do that for that person without being compensated from that person, it's because you're doing it in a servant leadership mindset and you're being compensated through an override. And if the person is not on your team, you're not doing it through compensation over override. You're not being compensated, and it's just servant leadership. So those are different ways that you can serve as a leader in network marketing. And I've been in that position of servant leadership in network marketing. And of course, I've got some people that I work with. So for those who know, a gentleman named Mike Humes is, doing more than $500,000 in network marketing. Another gentleman down there on Tracy Self, a married couple who has done over 10 million in network marketing. And those are some mentors of mine in network marketing. And they are absolute servant leaders. So there's a space for servant leadership, but there's also a space for guidance. And you should know the difference. And guidance would be where sometimes you can think that something is servant leadership and you're really enabling the person on your team, because instead of you guiding them to do the things on their own so that they don't know how to become a servant leader, you're now enabling them and creating a codependency, if I may say that. So what happens is that person picks up the phone and calls and says, hey, I got a question. I really want to run for this new promotion that's going on. Can you tell me how the promotion works? Servant leadership is not me explaining that to you. Servant leadership would be me telling you, oh, okay, this is what you need to do. This is how you do it. That would be me being a servant leader in that aspect. But that would also be me enabling you because I'm not allowing you to get the information yourself so that you can deliver that same information as a leader to your organization. So what I would do is I would use guidance at that point. And I would say, hey, you know what? I'm super excited for you because you're taking the time to really look at this and really build through it, because that's why these promotions are created. I do know the answer to your question, but I don't want to just give you the answer because I'm not really training you or coaching you to become the best leader that you can be. So let me do this. Do you have time to go on LS Engage or whatever platform that in your network marketing company that they may use? Okay, let's go here together so I can show you where to pull this information from. So now you know how to get this information yourself. Guidance, right? So somebody joins my team, whether they joined my team because I recruited them or they joined my team through somebody else, and they pick up the phone, they call me and they say, Mr. Dunbar, right? Or Mr. Johnson or Miss Stover or whatever your name is. Check this out. I'm really interested in doing this area of the business, but I know most of the calls that we've been on, it's been promoted to do this area of the business. Is it okay if I do this? Do you guys frown on this area of the business? Because I'm not really hearing anything about it. As a servant leader, you may tell that person, hey, look, this is what you should be doing, blah, blah, blah. You're giving them this conversation of them doing what you do. And you're doing it to help them because you know that it's been successful for you. So you're actually leading them in a way to say, hey, this is what works for me. This is what you should be doing. Guidance would be, you know what? I don't really work the area of the business, but there's some very successful people that do in this organization. Let me get you plugged in with that person because they can guide you on how to be successful in that arena. And I'll support you, but I don't really work that area, so I can't really give you a lot of hot topics on it, tips on it. But what I can tell you is that there's a phenomenal associate by the name of Alistair Edwards or by the name of Sharanda Ivy that says, hey, look, I'm really great in this area of my business. So they can guide you, and they'll also plug you into the calls and the social media pages and the webinars and the Zooms and the things that are happening in that space so that you can effectively grow in that space. That's guidance. So guys, just a couple of examples there. I don't want to go too deep into it because that means I don't need to do the training. But I just want you guys to see just an example of what I mean by guidance versus servant leadership. Guys, there's a place for both. There's no such thing as servant leadership not being there. We love it. If it wasn't for the servant leadership of my team support, one of my mentors, and to me, he's a mentor in general, not forget network marketing, right? Mike Humes, I've gotten a lot of quotes from him. My personal development has grown tremendously in the 10 years I've been with this network marketing company, Legal Shield, because of his mentorship, because of me watching him and Donnell and Tracy Self and so many other people who have earned millions of dollars that are within the Team New Vision organization, which is a network marketing organization just full of just very successful individuals, men and women. They've been able to guide me in a way that I'm in a place where I know that servant leadership is always top of mind. But don't forget that guidance is there too, and you want to be able to run your business. And to run your business in a way where it can be successful even when you're not there, you have to know how to guide people to the information, not just give it to them as a servant leader. And I hope that helps. So again, guys, Robert Dunbar signing off. How you think is how you live. You can go to our website. You can get a free consultation on any area of anything that we do, whether it be workshops, whether it be personal development mentorship, whether it be entrepreneur coaching, or whether it be, what's my last thing I do? Oh, mindset training. I almost forgot. Mindset training, even though I'm sitting on my therapeutic couch. This is my mindset training couch right here. So again, guys, plug in with us, all social media platforms. Hit the subscribe button on the bottom right-hand side of this video. Check out our website. Look at the videos at the end of this video and see if there's any more videos coming up next that have content that you would want to see. And there probably was a few tags that went across the top of my head with some information for some other pages or videos that you might want to plug into as well. So again, good evening, depending on where you're at in the country. Look forward to seeing you somewhere, sometime soon. You have a fantastic day. And remember again, how you think is how you live.